if we put the IC here, you can see that we managed to get that IC off and we didn't cause any significant damage. Okay, there's a little bit of copper exposed here, but that's fine. We can repair that, that's not an issue. We can put some solder mask over that, that's not an issue. But generally this IC has come off quite cleanly. Most of the glue has been removed as well, so we won't have to do much prep work for it before we install it onto the U-disc. Right, so let's move over to the next section now, which is we're going to clean up this this IC and we're going to get it ready to install onto our flash drive. Okay, so we've removed our IC off the PCB, the iPhone PCB, and what we're going to do now is we're going to put it into an IC holder or an IC vise, and we are going to clean off the rest of the glue, and if there's any exposed copper we're going to put some solder mask over it, and it should be ready to go into the U-disc. So what we're going to use to secure this IC is a tool like this. This is called an IC holder or an IC vise, and what you can do is use it to secure different types of ICs, and it's perfect for this job. So what you do is you put it in here and you just tighten it up from both edges, and it's back to under the microscope. Okay, so I'm going to introduce you to a new tool here. This tool here, I call it a glue removing chisel, and it is used to remove, can you see the black glue that's remaining on the IC? It's used to remove that glue, and what you do is you gently just move it back and forth over the IC, and this glue will just come off. But there is something else that we have to do, and something else that I need to bring to your attention here as well. This glue here, it melts at about 220 degrees. The solder that's left on the pads, this solder here, if I'm correct, it melts at around 280 degrees. So what we have to do is we have to bring this solder, the melting point of this solder, the solder on these pads, down to around about the same melting point as this glue. Otherwise what will happen is as we're chiseling away, the chisel will keep getting caught on the solder. But if you bring the solder melting point down to about 200 degrees, then what will happen is as you're chiseling the glue, the remaining solder on the pads, they'll just chisel away as well, and it won't cause you any problems. So to do that, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to use some low melt solder, which I've got here. The low melt solder, you can get it off AliExpress. I'll just try and show you on the camera here, if I can. And this one here, there's a few different types of low melt solder that you can get. You can get one that melts at 183 degrees, which is good for applying below ICs when you're going to reinstall them. This one here is a very low melt one, and this one melts at 138 degrees. So what we're going to do is we're going to apply some of this low melt on top of here. We're going to put some flux, we're going to mix it up, and we're going to go over these pads with the soldering iron. And what that will do is that will bring the melting point of the solder on these pads down to about 180 degrees, which is what we want. So let's do that now. That should be enough. And now what we're going to do is we're going to put some flux as well. And then what you can do is you can get a toothpick and just mix it up a little bit. The reason why we use a toothpick is we don't want to cause any damage to the IC. Right, because if you get anything sharp and you start pointing it around here, then you might damage some of the pads underneath. So let's just mix that up a little bit. Clean up the top of this IC. Okay, I believe that's good enough. And what we're going to do now is we're going to proceed to clean the IC and remove the remaining glue and the remaining solder. So what we're going to do is we're going to set the heat gun to 220 degrees, and we shall set the wind speed to about 70, and we should be good to go. Can you see how the solder just comes off really easily? See, if you hadn't brought the temperature down, what would happen is the chisel will start catching on the balls. Can you see how I'm just going gently back and forth? I'm not putting too much pressure on the chisel. Just gently back and forth, back and forth. That's all it requires. And you can see it's all starting to come off. Okay, and I believe that's good enough for now.